Guys, I brought out a real good one today. What we got here is the Heritage Rough Rider Rancher. Okay, so it's a carbine that's a single action revolver. Pretty sweet, huh? Now, it's got a lot of really cool stuff going on with it. Give it a second, we're going to check her out. First thing you're going to notice right here, obviously, it's a carbine, right? So it's got the 16-inch barrel on there. It's got this real nice stock with a nice check ring on the wrist here. And it's actually pretty decent sling on here. I didn't expect the sling to be this kind of quality. I thought it was going to be a piece of crap, but it's pretty good. So let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it. It's got a buckhorn sight on it. This nice raised front sight on there. And just like all the other Heritage, it's got this safety thing right here. It's actually a lot handier than you would expect. It's not really authentic, but it's not that bad. Now, one of my favorite things is you can swap out the cylinder. Okay, all you do is you press the cylinder pin release right here, pull it out, open your loading gate, make sure you're on half cock, cylinder pops out. So this is a 22 long rifle. You can swap it out for a 22 Magnum, and we're going to do that later on in the video to kind of check like different ballistics on this thing. But all in all, it's pretty sweet, handy little carbine. You do have to be a little bit skilled to shoot it because you can't shoot it in a conventional sense. So if you hold it like this, you're going to blow your fingers off. Okay, you got to remember there's a cylinder gap there. So what you got to do is when you shoulder it, take your offhand, you're going to put it in there, just like that. But you'll see the rest of it in the video when we actually do some live fire. Now, something to remember, this is no Taurus circuit judge or whatever it is. One, you're not going to have the blast shields here. So it is super important that you keep your hands behind the cylinder. Refer back to the video we did on cylinder gap, but it'll mess your hands up pretty good, even if it is just a 22. Now the other thing is, she's a single action, because this is obviously modeled after a single action army. So you see the old standard sights and they added the buckhorn sights. So single action each time. These are too much fun just to only have 6 shots, but with a revolver like this, that's all you get. So the sights are pretty well adjustable. They're just drift-in dovetails, so maybe a little bit of work with the brass hammer if you need to make any kind of adjustments, but out of the box, it came out pretty darn accurate. I was just dinging at 25 yards without even trying. There's really no fast way to load this thing. Alright guys, let's see how well she does on accuracy. Got a target posted about 25 yards out. I think I threw that one. That's 6. Let's see how we did. Alright, that's 6 at 25 with the 22 long rifle. And that's not bad. So she's pulling a little bit to the left. And that might be shoot error for me, but it's pretty consistent. Not bad. And that's that one I think that I pulled it a little bit maybe. I don't know. But let's move on to the 22 magnums at 25. So here's a nice feature. The carbine right here is compatible with other Heritage Rough Rider 22s. So right here in this one I got a 22 magnum cylinder. We've been shooting the 22 long rifle. We're going to try out some of the magnums. Super simple, like we talked about a little bit ago. All you gotta do, just like all the other ones, put it on half cock, take out the cylinder, right there, put your pistol to the side. Same deal with this little guy. Push it out. That'll help. Push it out. Pull the cylinder out. Put the next cylinder in, like such. Put the cylinder pin in. Voila. It is now converted to 22 Magnum. Now for anybody who's not familiar, the 22 Magnum is not a 22 long rifle. It's a bigger torpedo. A little bit heavier on this one. Actually, it is about the same. These are 40 grain targets from CCI. So I bet you they'll be hitting just about the same. Just a little bit more oomph behind it. But we'll see how it plays out for us. Now I've shot these before, and I noticed that the closer you are to it, or if you're sitting like on a tripod, the blowback kind of hits you in the face a little bit, but when you're standing up it's not so bad, so you can really shoot these things no problem. But we'll see what kind of accuracy we get out of these things. That's 6. Alright, let's do it. Off a tripod is not very comfortable. I can see right from here that I'm not getting the best group. That's mostly because I'm getting blasted in the face. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So we'll have a look at the grouping that it did. Then we'll try again from standing. I don't know if it'll give us much of a difference, but we'll see. As long as I'm not getting blasted in the face, that might make all the difference. I suspected I was flinching a little bit just because I was getting blasted in the face. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know where I threw the 6th one. But this little group right here is not bad. That's not bad right there. So I'm going to try and do this from a different position so it's not blasting me in the face as much. But all in all, I'm still hitting target at 25. That time looked like they went a little bit high. I don't know, it's kind of difficult. Maybe if you wore like goggles or something like that, which I'm not wearing right now, which I should be, but I'm not. It'd make the shooting a little bit easier. But if you're up at the tripod, getting blasted in the face is going to cause some flinching. Probably not the most accurate look at it as far as tripod shooting with the magnums. Let's have a look at the target, and then we're just going to blast some steel with these magnums anyway. They're still fun. Just, I don't know, not from a tripod. Alright, so this is what we're looking at. Actually, somewhat similar. You got a bunch of flinch shots. So, I don't know. the carbine's probably not like the best with the magnums. I mean, the magnums are kind of cool to shoot, but if you're looking for accuracy, the gases just keep coming back and blasting you in the face if you're trying to do it off a tripod or something. Or if you're having it like, I don't know, just kind of like close to your face or anything. We're going to try out some standing, and I don't think it'll be as much of an issue. I don't know, we're going to see that. So far, the 22 long rifles are more comfortable to shoot. Well, if you're going to do the thing, you're going to do the thing. So we're going to try this at 50 yards. We're going to start off with our 22 magnums. Let's see how we can do it. I didn't really get blasted in the face that much that time. I don't know, maybe I was sitting back a different way or what. Having a little bit of difficulty seeing the sight, but, or rather the target. Let's see how we did. Alrighty, so actually not nearly as terrible as I expected. Drifting to the left, held through pretty good. So 50 yards, I mean, it'll hit like an area target, I guess, but I would wager that's mostly shooter's error on my part. Next time I'm just gonna have to bring out goggles if I'm gonna do some more bent or tripod shooting. All right, so we're back to 22 long rifle. We're gonna see how she does at 50. Kind of curious how it's gonna go. I'm aiming a little bit higher to not to say for the drop. We'll see. Target fell just as I shot my last 6-1. That ain't bad. Alright, let's go see how it did. Again, I'm a little surprised how well it did. It don't look that good with the spread. But I was having a little bit of trouble seeing the target here. All in all, I bet you the group would be better if I took a little bit more time working with it, but things we're just kind of checking the things out. This looks pretty good. Well, good enough for government work anyway. So one way out here, two right on top of each other, one right there, and then these two flyers. So, that gives you kind of an idea where we're at 50 for the 22 long rifle. Am I going to cry and moan about it? No. More likely I'll probably be using this carbine probably closer in like 25-yard range anyway. But the hell with it. As long as we know we can hit like inside that range and probably do better, to be honest, yeah, that's okay with me. Alright guys, just for the hell of it, I set out a bunch of targets at unknown ranges to shoot. So let's have some fun with it. So at 50 yards, we got a nice hit from the Magnum over here. I just blasted the other one with my shield. The root beer don't count. But that's from the 22 Magnum. I think I might have hit this guy a couple times. Not really sure, but let's check our other work up here. Alright, I nailed this guy at the 22 Magnum, I know that. Dinger's in good shape. And then we got the first can right up here at 25 yards. I nailed that with just a regular 22 long rifle. Pretty sweet. Alright guys, well there you have it. That's the Rough Rider, the Heritage Rough Rider Rancher. It's a pretty sweet little carbine, not gonna lie. I'm a very big fan of it. For the price tag, you really can't beat it for something like this. For a little while I think I'm going to stick with the 22 long rifle on this, but I'd like to revisit the 22 Magnums on that. When I needed that extra little reach out there at the 50 to hit those pop cans, it delivered. But we're definitely going to revisit this guy. But don't forget, coming up, we got more of these Heritages. I like these damn things. I think they're great. This is the, I think what, the 4.5. We got the other big ones too. So stay tuned, subscribe, like and subscribe, and check out the rest of the channel.